What's shaking, guys? My name is Luke Dancy, and it is Wednesday, so it is our live show day. I am so excited to be back and featuring more of your video clips. That's right. On this week's show, we're going to be doing just that. We're going to be showing off more of your clips. We're also going to be answering more of your magic questions, whatever it is you might have questions about, whether it is product related or whether it is something that has to do with magic in general. If you're looking for some general magic advice, we can try to help you out with that too. All right. We'll also be doing some giveaways and hooking you guys up with some good stuff today too. So stay tuned to find out what it is we will be giving away on this week's show. Okay. So we have a lot of fun stuff going on for you. And let's see what is going on over here on our socials. We have a lot of people watching, of course, over on Facebook and over on YouTube as well. So if you guys have questions for me, go ahead and get those in, and I'll be more than happy to jump in and grab those, all right, along the way. See some familiar friends out there, and I'm sure we'll see some new faces too from our YouTube channel and Instagram feed as well. We have some people tuning in this week from Instagram, so that's fun too. So let us see what's going on. There we go. All right, so I want to get some shout-outs along the way. What's up, Tyler Scott? Good to see you. Shanit, how we doing out there? Good to see you. Might as well pull up the feed and see what you guys are up to. All right, what's up, YouTube? How we doing? Good to see you. Sir, you're going to be seeing David Blaine this Friday. Sounds awesome, Tyler. It sounds really cool, man. I think I saw Rob Greenlee out there. What's up, Rob Greenlee? Always a pleasure, man. I got a clip of yours to show. I'm going to show off your trick on this week's show. So what's up, Tony Chin? I think Tony is a new viewer, so good to see you, Tony. Where are you tuning in from? Got Curtis. How we doing, Curtis? Brandon Aaron, so nice to see you again. All right, Santiago, hello. Anushka, how we doing? What's up, Shane Bradford? Nice to see you as well. All right, so I have some friends tuning in over on the YouTube channel. Again, we do these shows each and every week, so if you're new to this, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you get notified every time we do go live. This is a lot of fun. I'm also going to pull up our Facebook page because we're also streaming on our Facebook page at the same time. Thomas says, I'll be seeing Penn & Teller in London in 2 weeks. That is awesome, dude. All right. Brandon's asking, any chance of a refill deck for Triple C? You know what? That is something that Christian has talked about, but he said it might be a little while. But that is something that might not be too far down the road. So nothing planned at this moment, but it's something that he's definitely aware of that people may be interested in. So we'll keep you guys posted on that. Tim Silva, good to see you. Duncan Ross, how we doing out there? Jonathan, name some of the lost boys of magic that today's magicians do not remember or read about. You know, there's a really good book that just came out. This is kind of what I'll kick the show off with. There's a really good book that just came out called The Complete Walton, Volume 3. I'm really surprised it's not getting more buzz. I remember growing up, I read The Complete Walton, then I read Complete Walton Volume 2. Some of the best stuff, if you're a card guy, some of the most just practical, clever stuff that you're going to read. And Roy Walton, if you're not familiar with who he is, he's the guy that created Card Warp, which is the trick where you fold two cards, you slide one through the other, and it turns over. It reverses itself as it goes through the other card. It's a classic, and Roy has just released his third volume of that called Complete Walton Volume 3. So I'm a bit surprised there's not more buzz on that, but that is definitely one of the guys that I think is a lost name, a lost boy, as Jonathan put it, for magic. Some other greats that are out there too. Larry Jennings, Di Vernon, Ed Marlowe, Tommy Wonder is a name that's, I think, a lost great. People that are still with us that I think should get more attention, people like Michael Amar. I know he's still known, but I don't think he gets enough attention these days. Definitely Michael Amar. Juan Tamariz, of course, he's a legend. Some of those type of guys. So we have a lot of good people still around, and I had a good chat recently with Charlie Fry. I'll be airing the interview with Charlie Fry in a few weeks because it's going to be about his new box set that he just released. So stay tuned for that. But those are a few of my favorite people along the way. And a lot of people ask me, Luke, who are some of your favorite magicians? You know what? Honestly, it is a lot of my people I looked up to when I was younger. Because I've been around magic now for 30 years. And there's been a lot of books I've read, a lot of people that I've had a chance to meet, a lot of heroes that I've had a chance to meet too. So it's been fun. D Hood's got a question. What's up, D? Good to see you as always. Never had a chance to ask Luke, what is your preferred deck to perform with? Honestly, when I perform with bicycle playing cards. That's just, I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy. When I grew up, I sound old, there weren't all these custom decks. And I'm not saying I don't like them, but they just weren't available when I was coming through the ranks. Bicycle and I think Tally Ho was like the other stretch, if you want to call it a stretch. So those are a couple of the things that existed out there. I look at playing cards now as accessories like girls use purses and shoes. To me, it's the same thing. You know what I mean? What's up, Rogue? Good to see you as well. Good question there, D. So let's see what other questions we got. Ben Sands, always good to see you, sir. What's shaking? Oh, yeah, that was me. Did I know that John Bannon's amazing, Jonathan. You were asking about people knowing about John Bannon's work. He's got some fantastic stuff, that's for sure. A lot of good books and DVDs from John Bannon. He's one of those legends. I think he's one of those guys, actually, that should get more attention as well, for sure. So, let's see here. Also, want to remind you guys a couple of quick things. On this week's show, we're going to give you a chance to win some decks of cards. I have these bad boys. This is the back of the tuck. We're going to be giving away some Fox targets. Let's do that. These are the back of the box. These are actually the back of the cards, though, right here. And then we have the Fox right there on the Joker. There is the Joker, again, right there. And here is the Ace of Spades. Everyone likes to see the ace. There's the Ace of Spades. And here's a king as well. So we're going to give you guys a chance to win those. How can you win? How can you win the Fox targets? We've done a few different giveaways recently for these guys over on our Instagram feed and also on our Facebook page. So I want to make sure our YouTube friends get a chance to win too. So here's what you guys have to do. Tell me why you need this deck of cards. Tell me why you need it. What would you do with it specifically? What trick would you do with it, or what would you what would you do in general with these cards? And we'll pick a winner on next week's show, both for our Facebook friends and YouTube friends. So YouTube and Facebook both get a chance to win. The only difference is, of course, YouTube, if you guys are watching, you need to post your comments after this goes up as a replay or on demand, because your comments right now, they're not being saved. YouTube is still a bit silly when it comes to that. But if you do want to win Fox targets, that's all you got to do. Tell me why you need this deck. That's it. And we will pick two winners, one from YouTube and one from Facebook next week. All right. So actually, here's a really cool clip I wanted to show you guys. This is Lance Miller actually sketching out one of the kings. I forget which one it is. It's either Spade or Club. It's a quick little time lapse of him actually sketching out the main part of the king. Thought I would show you this. We put it up on our Instagram feed today as well. People are really enjoying it. So I want to show you that right quick since we are talking about the Fox targets. I also have an interview with Lance that I'll be running. I shot this last year when he was here in Las Vegas for Magic Live. So we have that today and some other clips from you guys. So hang on. I'm going to show you this. It's a real short clip, but I will be showing more of your Magic clips on this week's show as well and answering more of your Magic questions. We got about an hour to hang out, so let's do this. But so you got this quick time lapse of the Fox targets. This, again, is one of the kings. It's not the full sketch, but it'll give you an idea of how Lance does what he does. All right? Be right back. And there you go, my friends. Quick little time-lapse video from Lance Miller sketching out the king. And you can check out that card and all the rest. The Fox targets are available now from your favorite dealer. So that is something I definitely wanted to show you guys because a lot of work goes into decks of cards, the design of things. And so, and Lance, it was truly a labor of love when it came to that project. So definitely wanted to show you that. Speaking of showing you guys stuff, I'm going to show you a live performance. This one comes from Rob Greenlee, who's watching right now over on our YouTube channel. So I think it's only fitting that I showed Rob's clip. This is a very clever idea. I like this a lot, and I'm going to show you this right now. And again, if you guys want to send in your own clips to us, there's a couple ways to do it. One is to use our Facebook page. You can drop us a private message and actually upload the clip right there as a message. And you can also use this email address right here. That is social@murphysmagic.com. That's a great spot too. Maybe the clips are a little bit too big, or maybe you just don't use Facebook. You can drop us your clips with that email address too. You can attach them there, and the rest is history. All right, so let's kick back. Let's check out a live performance of our buddy Rob Greenlee, and then we'll be back showing off more of your clips, answering more of your questions, and more of more details, again, if you're just joining us on how to win the Fox Targets playing cards. All right, so we will be right back. All right, my friends, and there we go. That is our buddy Rob Greenlee, and I believe he is again watching over on our YouTube channel. So, good stuff from Rob. All right, cool. A couple friends asking some questions. Tikum is asking if I could talk about Coin Magic. I'd be more than happy to help you out with that. If you want to let me know what it is about Coin Magic that you're interested in. Someone's asking me, where am I now? I am in Las Vegas, which is where I live, here in the Murphy's Vegas studio. So that's where I'm located. Tony Chen. All right, cool. Let's see what is going on over on Facebook again as well. Don't want to leave you guys hanging. Let's see here. Thomas has a comment already about what he would do with the Fox Targets. Let's see what he would say. All right. What's up, Aaron Shields? Good to see you. I see you out there, Aaron, just tuning in. All right, cool. Thomas says, I would perform with the Fox Targets to a real fox. If I can't find a fox, I'll perform to a foxy lady. All right, Thomas, you might have to win already just for that cool comment. I like that. Renee, I need the deck to perform. Dai Vernon's color changing deck, classic effect. Good answer for sure, Renee. What was the best book you got that cost you $25? Man, that's a tough question. I know about some booklets. I remember buying the Larry Jennings booklet. I forget what it's called, but it had 3 tricks. Had the card in orange, where the deck of cards actually changes into an orange, which is pretty cool. I think there was a coin routine. What was the name of that little booklet? Let me see if I can find that. It was, I don't remember how much it cost. Let's see what that was. But that was definitely, I'll try to find that for you. That was definitely one of my favorite things. It was cheapy. Also, you can get some good books. The Card Magic of Paul LaPaul. Let's see how much that is. That can't cost too much. Oops, let me go back here to the Facebook thing. Let's see how much that book costs, because I know that the Card Magic of Paul LaPaul is one of my favorite books, but it won't break the bank. So let us look together to see how much that costs. Let's see. The Card Magic of Paul LaPaul. That's a good one, guys. It is a cheap one. I can promise you that. Packed full of good stuff. I'm finding it here for about $20. So yeah, that is a book I highly recommend that you pick up. And it's under $20. So it's not something I bought recently, but it is a book that's a bit cheaper that, yeah, it's really, really good. So check that one out, Jonathan, for sure. All right. I have a friend tuning in from Mexico. How we doing out there? Carlos, nice to see you out there, sir. Carlos says, hola, saludos. I don't know how to pronounce the rest. So hello, Carlos. Joining us from Mexico. All right, very cool. Good to see you guys out there all over the world. And if you are a new viewer, by the way, let me know where you are tuning in from. It's always good to see you guys. We have new people watching week after week, so it's always fun to see you guys and where you are tuning in from. All right, cool. Let us see what else we got for you here. Actually, someone asked me over on YouTube just a minute ago. I want to bring this up because I think it's a good question. Who was it here? Someone asked me about a specific trick. So let's pull up YouTube together here. Let me see. Leap. It was Shanit. Shanit says, hey, Luke, tell us about Leap. I will be happy to tell you about Leap. Funny enough, I actually have the trailer for that queued up because here's the truth. I'm going to start doing videos for you guys every now and then, not like a live show or anything, but I'll be doing some videos from time to time just with tricks that I really, really like, genuinely really like. I'm not going to do this on a consistent basis because there's not always stuff that pops up that I really, really like. You know, the truth is there's a lot of magic that comes out these days. There's some that's good, some that's not so good, and there's just some stuff that's not good at all. I'm not going to waste your time with the stuff that I don't like at all. I'm not going to waste your time with the stuff that's just okay. I will pop up videos every now and then, specifically talking about things I genuinely, really, really get excited about, because it doesn't happen much these days. But I want to make sure that you know about the stuff that I think is worth knowing about, because there's a lot of stuff piling up out there now in the magic industry, and I'm going to kind of do a service to you guys and try to tell you about the stuff that I think is worth knowing about. So Leap is something really, really good. If you haven't seen it yet, guys, I'm going to pull up the trailer for it in just a second. This is sick, though. Basically, this is based on the old Copintro plot. Copintro is where you take a shot glass, you stand it up, take a drinking glass, a larger glass, put it mouth down over the shot glass so it isolates the shot glass. And then you're able to cause a coin to visibly penetrate through the glass and appear inside of the shot glass that's standing up. Classic effect. The only thing is sometimes there's a couple different ways to do this. None of them are very portable. One of them uses a stand that you have to kind of do all this on. Not portable. It's good for stand-up shows. Then the other version, I know some people built them into tables and things like that. However, this new version, all you need to really carry around is the card box. You could probably get away with borrowing a shot glass. I know that one comes with it, a small one. But all you need to carry with you is the card box, and you can do this anywhere. Super cool. When I flew out to do my at the table lecture, plug, in California, I saw the gimmick for this. I was actually given this, and I didn't know what to think of it, because I'm like, what is this thing? And then I actually saw the trailer for it. I'm like, wow, this is really, really good. I like this a lot. You'll see the trailer. You'll probably see why I like this so much. And also a couple key points before I show this to you guys. Number one, Murphy's did not ask me to talk about Leap. I really do like this. They never asked me to specifically talk about things. That's what I want you to know as well. I want to be honest and true to you guys. I know in the past we've had review shows every week where we just kind of talk about stuff. I think after a while it just becomes a blur. Oh yeah, it's the next thing. I'm going to want to do something different and just tell you about things I really think that you'll be interested in. So anyway, Leap, very practical, portable. And number two, there's no electronics involved. So there's nothing to malfunction, nothing to worry about. And you know it's going to work when it's supposed to work. So anyway, check out this. This is the trailer for Leap. It's real quick, but it'll give you a really good idea if you haven't seen it yet on why I like it so much. So check this out. And we will be right back. Keep those questions coming. Post them in the comment section. I'm here for you guys for about the next hour. So hit me up. Let me know thoughts about products like Leap or about magic in general. If you're looking for some advice, some help, anything and everything goes, let me know. I am here for you guys. All right. So we'll be right back in just a sec. And there you go, my friends. That is an even better look at Leap. I can only tell you so much. Sometimes it's better just to see it and to get an idea of what it's all about. As you can see, it's incredibly visual. And I had a couple questions popping up about it that I'd love to bring up here on the feed for you. These came in from Facebook. This one came in from Thomas. Thomas, good to see you, sir. Would you say Leap is good for table hopping? I definitely would. The fact that all you need to carry around is the box, I think, is a great thing to let you know that if you're in a table hopping situation, whether you're in a bar or restaurant, the little shot glass will definitely be available. If you do have to use your own, if you find that you need to do that, at least it won't seem out of place. You could literally have it with you and tell someone, oh, hold on, let me go get something real quick. And you come back with the shot glass that you brought and the glass that's in the bar. It would feel very much in place in a restaurant setting, even if you did walk around in a dinner setting or something like that. And it really can happen right under their eyes. And that's the really cool thing about this is that, yes, it looks great on video, but it also looks amazing in person too. I know some things that are created look better for video than in real life. This is both. You get both. Good for the workers, good for Instagram. So if you do want something quick and visual for Instagram too, or YouTube or whatever, this is good for that too, for sure. But for the workers that are out there, I think you guys will definitely dig on Leap for sure. All right. The other reason why I'm not surprised I like it is because it's also from the same guy that created something else I really genuinely like called Cross. If you guys haven't seen this yet, I'm going to pull it up for you. Cross allows you to have a card selected and signed. You don't have to have it signed if you don't want to. You turn the card over and you take the marker, and now you're going to draw an X on the back of the card that was just selected. And now you visibly make that X jump around the back of the card. Check this out. You get to go once, you get to go twice, and then at the end, you can get it to go off onto your finger. Another incredibly practical piece of magic. The gimmick is so clever. Does all the work for you. And I've done this live a few times on our Instagram lives that I do. So if you haven't checked this out over there, I do pop up and do live shows over there. I wouldn't call it a show. It's more of live Q&As. That's at Murphy's Magic over there. I've done that live for people and their eyes just bug out. They can't believe what they're seeing. Super easy to do. It's by the same creator of Leap. And so when I saw this new thing, I'm like, well, wait, now I know why I like it. It's from the guy that created Cross. So if you want to pick that one up, you can pick that up too out there. So a couple cool things I thought you guys might be interested in. I love that trick Cross. That's freaking cool. And the other cool thing is what you saw where the X at the end of that one jumps off onto your finger. If you combine that with double cross, right? Double cross is the trick where a lot of people are doing it on TV these days. The trick where you draw an X on your own hand, and then you can make the X disappear and appear on someone else's hand. That gimmick, doing what it does, if you want to secretly have the X appear on someone's hand, now you can do that with the trick I just showed you where the X jumps around, and now you can have it appear on their hand too. A good combo of the two. So there you go. All right, cool. Back on Facebook, there was a question about the release date. Skip, that's actually released now. It's available now from your favorite dealers worldwide. It's out there. So if you are looking to pick it up, it is available now. So check it out. It's been up, I think, for a couple weeks now. And I've started to see people pop up on Instagram and post videos of this because it is that good. I see Michael Chatelaine just popped on. Michael, good to see you, sir. Hope you're having a good day over there, my friend. All right. Yes, Thomas, it was already released. Yeah. There you go. Asif says, also, I can't pull off the center tear. Can you a good tutorial? There's some good stuff out there from Ron Pink. Ron Pink does some really good peak work. There's also, let's go back to the beginning though. The basic principle of doing tears and peaks comes from Corinda, the 13 Steps to Minimalism. That's a book that if you are interested in doing center tears or minimalism type of stuff in general, I think that's a book you should definitely have. It is known to a lot of people as the Bible of minimalism. Again, that is 13 Steps to Minimalism. It's available again worldwide. Pick it up out there. But it is like full of stuff, and it covers the main areas of minimalism. That's why it's called the 13 Steps. And that's a good basis for minimalism. So if you don't have that, I would definitely recommend checking that out. All right. Let's pop back over to YouTube and see what my friends over on YouTube are doing as well. I see Ryan Carlos Cleary just popped up. Good to see you, Ryan, over there in Spain. He is an amazing magician and also a heck of a golfer. I hear he's quite the golfer too. So good to see you, sir. All right. What is the name of this trick of Cross? It's called Cross, Johnny. The one that I showed you with the X jumping around, that's actually called Cross. So check that out. All right. Philly P. Hey, Luke, do you know the name of the trick whereby you make a drawing prediction first and then the person will draw the same? Hope out. I saw on YouTube Daniel Fernandez that, there's a few different ways to do like drawing predictions and things like that. This might not be the specific way that you're wanting to do it, but I'm going to tell you guys about something else that I genuinely like that just came out. I'm going to pull up the Murphy's website here in just a sec so you can see it. This is another one of those kind of gems I think that popped up. So let's go together to the Murphy's website and have a peek. Again, guys, if you are visiting our website, keep in mind Murphy's is a wholesaler/distributor. What does that mean? Murphy's doesn't sell direct to customers. Our customers are the magic shops that are out there all over the world. So if you do see things that you like on our website or see pop up on our social media, these are the type of things you can buy from your favorite magic dealers. If you're looking for specific resources and dealers in the countries where you live, you can always hit us up on our socials and you can ask for some dealers where you live. I'm happy to look those up for you and help you out. But keep that in mind that we don't sell direct. Some people email us or send us messages and say, hey, we can't buy on your website. Well, that's why, because we only sell to magic dealers. Okay. This is something else, though, I think would be really, really helpful for you guys. This isn't specifically based around drawing duplication, which I know was the question, but this is really cool because it allows you to do predictions with, basically, you could predict what someone's going to draw or sketch, kind of, sort of. This is called Mental Pen. This is by Jal Miranda. He's the same guy that put out things like the Dream Box. He put out the Smoke Watch, the original one. He put out the Dream Pad and quite a few other things. He's been very popular as of late. This is Mental Pen. Why do I like this? Traditionally, when you do this type of effect where you make a prediction, and then if you wanted to do it this way, Philly, just so that you know, you could do this. I don't know if it's the same exact drawing thing you're talking about, but you could literally have a piece of paper face down and have someone scribble some stuff. And then you can turn it over and actually they're still holding the pen and they can sign the paper. And then you turn over your prediction and it matches what they just drew. You could do that with Mental Pen. The other way people do this is they'll have like a page of pictures or something. Maybe it's a map. And you make your prediction beforehand. You show a map. They take the marker and they make an X somewhere on the map. They turn it over, and then they see that where you marked is where you predicted. Okay, so I've had some people say, Luke, isn't this just like a dried out marker? It's not. This is so freaking cool and smart. I want you to know how smart this is. Here's what happens, guys. With Mental Pen, you have a marker that the spectator can hold the whole time. So you make your prediction, it's out of the way. You hand them the marker and have them make their mark. And remember, you can't see what they're marking. The paper or whatever it is held face down and you mark this thing, or they do. Then what you do is they're still holding the marker, right? They put the cap back on. You turn the paper over and you say, you know what, to make sure that nothing happens, no switches, I want you to sign that. They take the marker cap back off. They sign it. So now they know the pen writes. And there's no switch. They activate the gimmick themselves. That's what's so smart about this trick. Again, if you're just joining me, we're talking about Mental Pen. I'm in love with this. I think it is incredibly smart. It is a really nice addition to the plot where you do make predictions in this type of way. This is so clever that the spectator activates the gimmick for you. You don't have to touch the pen at all. Once they put the cap back on and take it back off, that pen writes, and they can tell, and there's no doubt in their mind that this pen must have been writing the whole time. Super, super clever stuff from Jal Miranda. Practical as hell as well. This is on pre-order now. It comes out, I think, next week. So it's another heads up with something that I genuinely think that you're going to like a lot when you see it pop up, if you haven't already seen it. So hope that one helped you out there. Let's see here. Charlie, good to see you, Charlie, over on the old YouTube. Good to see you, Charlie. Thanks for popping in, man. Hope you're having a good Wednesday out there. All right. Derpster, good to see you from South Africa. All right. Cool, man. We got a nice international bunch. We got a friend from Holland out there. Very cool. Hey, Luke, I'm going to meet Jay Sinke on Saturday. Andrew, that's awesome, man. That'll be a lot of fun. Say hello. I know Jay. I've known him for quite a few years, and he's one of the good guys. So be sure to say hello to Jay for me. Yeah, that'd be cool. Ryan says he's a lucky golfer. All right, Ryan, whatever. All right, whatever. I guess you're also a lucky magician, but you're really good. All right, cool. So, Philly, let me know if that helped you out. Let me just pop that back up. Let me know if that helped you out, because I know you might have been looking for something different, but I wanted to definitely make sure you guys know about that. Let's see here. My favorite magician of all time. Oh, come on, Rye Bread. Come on. Saeed. Hi, Luke. I have a problem with Classic Force. Can you discuss about my angle-proof Classic Force version now? I think with the Classic Force in general, the only real way to get it down is to do it for real people. Unfortunately, there is no way to do it for yourself because it's a timing thing. You know what I mean? Like, There is no shortcut, unfortunately, to doing that. There are a couple good resources, though, to learn the Classic Force that would really, really help you. Number one, if you see Mark Mason at a convention, I know he's very popular out on the convention circuit. Have Mark Mason show you his Classic Force. I think he actually calls it the Timing Force. He's one of the best at it, for sure. Another really good guy that is out there. Let me see if we stock this. Give you a little picture of it. Another good person that I remember talking about it with and learning it from. Here it is. Yeah, cool. This is from an old friend of mine named Paul Green. And there is a whole DVD just on the Classic Force. Not only does it tell you about the Classic Force, it also gives you some really fun tricks to do with it as well. In this, you'll learn how to do the timing, the placement, different variations, and some outs. So let's say that you don't nail the Classic Force. What happens? Well, he also includes some different ways to get out of it, to continue on without anyone ever really knowing that you messed up. So Paul Green's another good resource. That is called the Classic Force, available on DVD out there. It's great too. So, but really the thing is the timing on it is what's going to happen. And it's unfortunately a move that you really can't master on your own. So maybe find a friend and just try to do this to someone or work on it as much as you can. Another good way to work on it, to be honest with you, is to do the Classic Force even when you don't need to. I know it sounds silly, but maybe you're outperforming casually or maybe you're whatever. Just do the Classic Force even when you don't need to do the Classic Force. And that's another good way to kind of get yourself used to doing it. All right. So just a couple thoughts there when it comes to that. Andrew says, I'm also going to see a Marcus Eddy lecture on Sunday. I'm a spoiled brat. Yes, you are, Andrew. Again, say hello to Marcus, too. I've known Marcus for a long time as well. He's one of the good guys, 100%. It's actually funny. I was traveling sometime in the last 6-8 months. I was in Austin, Texas. I'm walking through the airport, and who do I see walking? I'm going this way, and who's coming this way? Marcus Eddy. He's got a smile that's contagious. Really a big fan of Marcus as a person, but also his magic's great. So yeah, have fun with that. And again, be sure to say hello to Marcus for me. That's really cool. All right. Let's see. Tyler's asking about the trick cross. You were mentioning reviews say their gimmick is sticking after a few uses. Do you have any problems? I don't have any problems with my gimmick, and that's the truth. I'm not saying that because I'm trying to talk about the pluses of it. I haven't had any problems with it. Keep in mind, it does come with a red and blue gimmick, guys. So you do get two gimmicks, one red and one blue. I believe it's in bicycle playing cards. I've had mine for a few months now, and I don't have any problems with it sticking. I would just, because it is a gimmick, just make sure that, you take care of it, and then you don't let it kind of get dirty. There is some stuff going on with it that could definitely hinder how the gimmick works for sure. All right. Alex Torre, good to see you, sir. Always a pleasure. Feely, I hope that you're very welcome. All right, cool. Tell us something about dual reality. What would you like to know about dual reality? Pratam, what would you like? And it's good to see you, Pratam, by the way. You got it, Tyler. No worries, sir. All right, cool. Let's pop back over to Facebook, see if you guys have any questions for me. Got a lot of people joining me here since I was here. Whoa, wow, okay. We got Mark Lavelle. What's up, Mark? Good to see you, man, all the way in the UK. I see you, Mark, popping up every now and then on your own live feeds. It's always fun to see what you're up to. I think the other night you were at TGI Fridays testing out the new filters. It's fun stuff. You guys should definitely keep up with Mark Lavelle. He's one of the good guys. I see Peter Nardi out there. What's up, Peter? Good to see you, man. Hope you're having a good day out there, sir. Always a pleasure. All right. What's the last trick you mentioned? Which one, Henry? Which one are you referring to? Try to go back a little bit for you. Iman, good to see you, Iman. Hi, Luke. I've always wanted to do memorized deck work. What source do you recommend? Also watch till someone told me to practice on other people, even if you fail. Yeah, you're right about that. That's the only way to learn a watch steal for sure is to, I know some people, and this is going to sound silly, have actually used like a mannequin arm, and they'll put a watch on the mannequin arm and they can practice that way. I don't know if you have a need to do that or not, but just a thought. Let's see. Thomas, Peter Nardi's joined WoW. It is. We have a great community, don't we? Magic is such a great thing. I had a nice conversation with Charlie Fry recently. He stopped into the Vegas studios. We recorded an interview talking about this new set. I got a signed box here from him. That interview will be coming up here in the next few weeks. Charlie and I were talking about how there's so many wonderful people in the art of Magic. And yeah, Peter's definitely one of the good guys, so it's always good to see him. The memorized deck work, though, Iman, there's a few different sources that I think you could use, some newer sources that I've really got to know better myself recently. One of them being the Patrick Redford stack, the Redford stack. This is the temporarily out of order book that just came out. It's great because he's also applied some of the techniques found in some of the other stacks into his own. He's also included some great routines, fall shuffles and cuts to do to keep the stack in order. And that's the other nice thing about Patrick's is that you can get into it from a borrowed shuffle deck in about a minute. I know a lot of the stacks that are out there, they go into detail about how to get into it from a new deck order. Patrick's, you can actually get into it from a shuffle deck, which is pretty awesome. I will say Woody Aragon's Memorandum is another great resource if you're wanting to get into memorized deck work, because he makes it so much easier because he uses the Siamese stack, which basically means you only really need to memorize 26 cards to get started. And he's got a very easy system to memorize cards. So I would say if you've never done memorized deck work, I would say start with Woody's book, Memorandum, and then jump into Patrick's book after that. And then start looking around at the rest of the resources that are out there. You've got the Cy Stebbins stuff to look at. You've got Simon Aronson's work. You've got Juan Tamariz, all these guys. But I would think, if you want to have a good starting point and not get too frustrated with learning a memorized deck, start with Memorandum. Go with Woody's book. And then once you get used to that, I would say go to Patrick Redford's after that. A couple of resources for you. And if you want to know more about either one of those, I did a live chat with both of them. And you can find those replays over on our Facebook page or YouTube channel. I did a live chat with both Woody Aragon and Patrick Redford, chatting about both of their books and the stacks involved with those books. So if you want to have a look at that, it is available in there for you. Okay, very cool. Let's see here. Right. Let me pull this up. Let's see what else is going on out here. We got a lot of friends going on over here. And I always do my best to keep up with you guys and let you know that I see you and that I know that I'm trying my best to get to your questions. All right. Again, if you guys want to have a chance to win these guys, these are the Fox Targets. All you need to do is post a comment of why you need to win these bad boys. This is the back of the box. These are the actual back of the cards. We also have a couple of the faces to show you. Here's the Joker, that beautiful little fox there. Of course, another favorite card is the Ace of Spades. There you go. And we have another card there. That is the King. I will show you in person the front of the tuck. That is these guys right here. These are available now, but you guys over on Facebook and YouTube, tell me why you need these. Again, YouTube friends, you're a little bit different because your comments are not saved. The ones you're posting right now, they don't get saved. So you'll have to pardon me for now when it comes to not being able to post those comments. All right, cool. I'm just pulling up my Facebook feed again and see what else you guys are talking about over there. All right. Someone's asking me if I could post a link to it. What would you want me to post a link to, Henry Smith? Let me know, and I'll do my best to get that for you. All right. Let's jump back over to YouTube, see what you guys have to say. All right, Ryan, you take care, buddy. You have a good day, sir. Have I seen the twins in AGT? I have. Those are the French twins. We actually have something coming out from them this Friday, a pre-order of something. I was going to run the clip of their act, but I think it probably would have got this feed pulled down over on Facebook because it's copyrighted. But I did see it. You can check out their act. I know they've posted it around their socials, and very good stuff. Right, Brett, how do you feel about cardistry? Personally, I'm a magician, but I like how cardistry can complement certain tricks and effects sometimes. Yeah, I mean, I think cardistry is a nice extension of magic. It's fun to watch. It definitely is eye candy. But my overall opinion on it is that less is more. The reason I say that is I look at it the same way as a magician that might do a lot of different tricks. And then you ask someone later and they go, what did he do? And you went, oh, he did some cool stuff. Layman, to them, it kind of becomes a blur of what it is that you do. I think that could also be the same case with cardistry. That if you do too much of it, it just becomes a blur to people, and they just say, man, that guy, he just did some crazy stuff with a deck of cards, which could be fine for you. But I think it loses its impact if you just keep doing it. Sometimes I think things like cardistry is more for us as magicians and cardists to enjoy. But overall, I do enjoy it, and I do respect it 100%. it's just not something I really do a whole lot myself. So, yeah. Let's see what else you guys got. Some comments popping up down there. What's a good ring trick? Edward, there's some great stuff. I'll pull up this for you in just a second. There's quite a few good things on the market, even when it comes to ring magic. A couple good resources, though, that I think you would definitely enjoy. I'm just going to pull this up for you guys. Go back to the old Murphy's Magic website. One of my favorite ring resources is by my buddy Garrett Thomas. Garrett Thomas, by the way, man, talk about a beast. That guy is amazing. So Ring Thing, this is available on DVD or download these days. This is a compilation of effects using rings, all impromptu type of stuff here. This is the trick that a lot of people have seen where you pull the ring off your finger and then it pops back on. He's got a lot of other stuff you can do here where you change it from a coin into a ring and then back again, and you can cause the ring to become invisible ring to become visible. A lot of crazy cool stuff from Garrett. He's also a wonderful teacher, and that's a really, really good resource when it comes to magic with rings. Of course, if you want to get a good ring flight, if you're not familiar, is where the ring disappears and appears hanging on your keychain. You can get some great ones out there. Excuse me, one of my favorites is Departure. It's $30. I carry it. It's got a little key fob, and you've got the reel built into that. Another good piece. Another good thing actually from Garrett Thomas. I'll pull this back up again. This is called Banded. This is a nice effect where you're able to pull a ring through your finger one at a time. I'll pull it up there. It comes in different sizes, of course. That's why there's a lot of different options there. But this is, again, from Garrett. You know what? I'll pull up the trailer, try to see if this plays for you guys here. You can get a nice little look at it where the ring goes from one finger to the next. This is the trailer, so it's going to skip around a little bit here. But we'll see if we can catch a little bit more of this to see how it looks. But yeah, that's from the ring thing. That was where you take the ring off and it jumps back on. So yes, so here we go. The ring goes on your finger. You can see it right there. And then you're able to pull it right through that finger, right onto the next finger right there. All right, very nice, very nice. And then I believe he'll show you more of the effect. So there we go, from one finger again to the next. Show it on both sides. And then before you know it, yes, powerful, we know, okay. And then it goes from there down to the pinky right there. And then, of course, take it off, and there you go. So, again, that's called Banded, I'm sorry, from the same guy that did put out Ring Thing, Mr. Garrett Thomas. So check that out. Let me know if you need any other suggestions with ring magic, but I hope that those helped you out. All right, cool. Very helpful. Good. Charlie says it's so good to see there were 3 or 4 magicians in the BGT final. Yeah, there were a lot of people, a lot of magicians, I should say, on Britain's Got Talent. So that's pretty cool that people are really digging on magic these days, you know? So yeah, very good stuff to see that out there. All right. You know what? Let me shut up for a minute. I'm going to pull up another one of these clips from you guys. This is a quickie. This one comes from our buddy Simone. This is a quick trick with fidget spinners. A fidget spinner, rather. You know, I don't know where you guys are in the world, but here in the States, these things are everywhere. Kids are addicted to them, and I have seen people pop up doing different tricks with them. This seems to be one of the more popular ones, but Simone sent this to me, so here it is, and we'll be back in just a sec. All right, there we go. You get a little fidget spinner. Floating action. All right. I know I've seen some other people do stuff like this. I think Shin Lim put up a video. Tom Elderfield did a really, really nice routine where he made it go through a table. I'll see if I can pull it up for you. It's great. Tom Elderfield in general is great. So let me see if I can find that for you. I'm going to try to pull it up and see if we can check it out together. Instagram. By the way, if you guys aren't keeping up with us on Instagram, we post a lot of fun stuff over there, and we also do giveaways, quite a bit of magic that specifically like decks of cards. So we've been doing a lot of deck giveaways recently as well. So, yeah. Let's see if I can find it here. You might have taken it down, actually. Let's see. I'm just going through Tom's Instagram right now. You can come with me. Here you go. Let's see what we got. I like how he always does these little images. Yeah, this one was actually kind of funny. He posted a video where he actually messed up a trick. He's got the red card in his mouth, and then it, it changes to blue, but he freaking burned himself in the process. Yeah, that's Tom for you. Really dig his work. He's good. I got a floating card, vanishing deck drink. You know, this one might be a little older, so come with me. We might have to, oh, here it is, fidget spin. Check it out. This is cool. So got a little fidget spinner on a table. He's going to spin it around. He's going to go underneath the table, and then he's going to slide his hand with this fidget spinner, and it's still spinning, and it went right through the table. So good stuff from Tom. Again, you know, have a look at him. We've done some stuff with him here at Murphy's, and big fans of what he does. You know, he does some work with Dynamo and other fun stuff. So, and again, here's the Murphy's account at Murphy's Magic. Check us out over there. Always posting stuff. Oh, who's that guy? Posted the time lapse video shoot a little while ago. This was a funny little thing. We reposted with magic with a squirrel. Because don't forget, animals love magic too. That's right. Some fun stuff that I'm actually show you this clip in just a minute. This is a nice clip from Jack Murdoch. We put up Leap and some other fun stuff. Of course, here's the fun thing with cardistry. I'm going to be the best cardist in the world. 5 minutes later, he's on the floor picking up cards everywhere. Sounds about right. Even as a magician, you know the pain. You know that the struggle is real. Isn't that right? All right, let's pop back over to Facebook, see what you guys are up to. Let's see. I'm just going to refresh this and see what you guys are doing. Again, if you do want to submit video clips to us yourself, a good way to do it is to drop us an email address. The email right there that's popping up on the screen. That is social@murphysmagic.com. A great spot to do that. You can also use our Facebook page, actually, and you can drop us a video as a private message. So that's another good way to do it if you'd like to get in touch with us there. A lot of people don't realize you can actually upload videos with those messages. So give it a shot, and we would love to hear from you. And we do, you know, we'll be doing more of these type of shows again where we feature more of your video clips. I know that we took a little break from doing that because we've had a lot of guests pop on. And so, yeah, we're trying to keep things moving as much as possible. So, yeah. Here we go. Let's see. Oops, it just popped that up. I'm going to bring up another Facebook group of people here and see what's going on over there. All right. Let's see. Welcome back, Facebook friends. Here we go. All right. Let's see. D Hood, welcome back. Rob Dodge. Oh, yeah. Shinlim has posted a magic trick on a fidget spinner. Yes, he has, Thomas. 100%. Jamie says, what about Tarantula 2? It's coming very soon. In the next few weeks here. It's been on pre-order for a little while because we knew that the demand was going to be there. And Yeagal wanted to make sure he had enough units and everything manufactured to meet the demand, have that supply, you know, to meet the demand. I will be having Yeagal pop on one of these live shows with me to talk about Tarantula 2 and also about anything else that you want to know about his work. You can ask questions for us in real time. Don't have a specific date planned just yet, but we will have him live to talk about everything. A couple important details about Tarantula 2 if you're curious about it. What makes it better or different? Number one, the motor that's inside of it is totally silent now. A lot of technology these days, because it becomes smaller, there's still like the buzzing sound, the humming sound. This has totally gotten rid of all that, so it's totally silent motor. You can also lock and unlock the motor, which is very cool. You can do that in real time. Very cool. The design's also been made so you can handle it and hold it easier and better. Just in general, the design's been redone to make it a bit more user-friendly, I think is the best way to put it. So those are definitely a couple of key points. And another big one is that it's now a rechargeable battery. I know with some of the original stuff that he put out, you would have to buy the little small packs of watch batteries. Now it's a rechargeable battery, so you're good to go with that. It's another big plus. So a couple key points for you. I hope that helped you out. But I'll be definitely giving you guys details on when it is released. It has been a long time coming. I think he's been working on this for about 7 years. So we're all very excited to have that out and also to bring you a live chat with Yeagal Masika. All right. I did a color change on my Instagram the other day. Please check it out. Scott Patrick Williamson, if you want to post your account right now, I'll pull it up and we can check it out. I'll do that with you guys from time to time too. If you want me to have a look at your accounts over on Instagram, I can do that. I can pull them up. We can check out some of your work if you like. What is the best IET you will suggest? Muna's asking a good question. If you guys don't know what IET means, it's invisible elastic thread, the type of thread that is stretchy. I would definitely say Yeagal Masika. He has his own thread that he released. That is definitely the type of stuff that I would recommend for you when it comes to IET. And yes, Rob Dodge, you are correct, sir. The Elastics by Yeagal. Right on, right on. Does it break as fast or Tarantula too? Asif, I mean, I would say that he has re-engineered this to be much more, not only user-friendly, but also more durable. So I think that you're going to be very surprised, very happy with the results when it comes to Tarantula 2. Okay? All right. And thank you, Rob Dodge, for popping in. Posted that Shinlim comment before you mentioned it. I didn't hear you yet. No worries, Thomas. No worries. You're a friend, so don't worry about it. It's all good. You have the best IET. All right, cool. Okay, let's see what's going on over here back on YouTube. All right, you guys have been here for a little while. So let's see what's going on over on YouTube. All right, hello. Funny, I'm doing good. How about you? Corey, always good to see you. Corey Tobin. All right, Simone, how are we doing out there? Did you watch Jason Latimer's Crystal Cups and Balls version? Is it possible without any gimmick table? I believe everything that he's created for that is built into the cups. I don't think it has anything to do with the table. I think it's the cups. But I do not believe that is something that has been released or on the market. So I think that was created for him to do his act. I think it was a FISM act, right? Alex Latore, good question here. Luke, do you ever get tired of speaking about magic? As in, when you meet other magicians and they only talk about magic, not sure that makes sense, though. Not at all, man. To be honest with you, I love this stuff. I've been so proud to have found magic as a kid. If you guys have just tuned in or aren't sure who I am, my name is Luke Dancy. I live in Las Vegas. I've been around magic for 30 years, so that's probably why Alex is asking that question. I think what kept things fresh for me, though, is that I started out as a performer. So I got to meet and learn from a lot of performers. Then I shifted into the creative side as a creator. So I got to meet and learn from a lot of creators. And then I shifted into the creative consultant, a magic consultant. I worked with Chris Angel for 7 years. And so I got to learn and meet a lot of the greats that I looked up to. I mean, hell, I got to hang out with Don Wayne for a day. I mean, that's freaking cool. He did a lot of the early Copperfield stuff. So I think because of the variety of stuff that I've had a chance to learn and the type of people I've been around, it's kept it fresh for me and kept it fun. And I genuinely love this magic stuff. I really, really do. It's in my blood, literally. I started magic when I was 8, and then I found out when I was 13, my great-grandfather was a magician in Michigan, and I had no idea about that until I had already been in it for about 5 years. So it's a genuine love. It's a passion, and it's just something that I'm somehow meant to be doing and being around. And I love to meet other magicians. That's another reason I love doing the show and to get to meet you guys and network and connect. You guys are all over the world, but we're all able to come together every now and then and chat about magic. And there's always new stuff to talk about and learn about, So I've never gotten burned out on it. I know some people in the industry, they've had to take a step back and take a break from it. I'm proud to say I've never done that. Never had the need to do it. And I hope it never happens. So it is something I genuinely love doing and talking about. So, yeah. Let's see. Justin Flom tricks, any good ones on the market? I don't think Justin is the type of guy that really releases magic tricks to the market. He did have one that became pretty popular, JL, and I'll try to bring it up for you on the website here in just a second. Justin's more of a performer. He does, he's creative too. Don't get me wrong, but he's not the type of guy that's just looking to put things on the market consistently. He's actually out on the road, performing and doing fun stuff. But one of his more popular releases, the one thing that I think he really got to be known for, is called card artistry. There's a couple different versions of this out there. One of them is with the Mona Lisa, I believe. This one is with, actually, this is the Mona Lisa too. If you've never seen it, here's a little peek at it. We'll just run this real quick. This is the X-ray brain scan version. But this is where you have a card selected. I think it can be signed as well. We'll skip ahead a little bit here. And then basically the card gets put back in the deck. You shuffle up the deck, and then you start to draw a picture on your close-up pad. And you can see this is the Mona Lisa on this one. And then at one point, you can see that she is holding a card, and it is actually their card right there, printed on the picture. Again, this is the other version. Here's the brain scan version, where you have someone, I guess, thinking of a card, and then you go through and you paint the picture on the table, and inside their head, they're thinking of a card, and there it is, their selected card. So that is by Justin Flom, and again, that is called Card Artistry, and it is available from your favorite dealer out there, wherever you are out there in the world. All right, cool. So I hope that helped you out when it came to Justin Flom. All right. Let's see. What trick would you do if I handed you a shuffled deck? Russ, I actually have a trick that I put on my It's a Table lecture called Four Piles, where it allows you to take a deck that's shuffled, mixed up, make a couple of different piles, 4 piles, and then you have someone name one of the piles. They get to keep that card. You hand the other cards that are on top of the deck, the piles, to the other people, and then all the cards turn into the mates of their card. And that's from a shuffled borrowed deck. So it's one of my favorites to do with a borrowed deck. All right. Back over here on Facebook. Let's see what's going on with you guys. Here we go. Facebook friends. I'm not sure if that was by him alone or not, Thomas. Good question. Let's see. James Paul, good to see you, man, over in the Philippines. All right. Hey, Luke. Well, what is your first marketed effect? Good question, James Paul. And I'll actually bring it up on the screen for you. This is something I created many, many moons ago. This is a trick. I don't even know if there's a trailer for it, because when I was first starting to get into the marketing, the creating magic, demos were not something that just happened with every single trick that came out. They were hard to make, expensive to make, because we're talking 15 years ago, I think, 15 or 20 years ago when I first put this one out. And so this is, though, the first trick that I ever put on the market. I'll show you the picture here. This is called misprint. This basically is where you have a playing card that is misprinted. As you can see in the picture there, you've got the border kind of off center there. And it's true, there are decks of cards printed pretty badly these days. And you're able to take the card and visibly make the border fix itself. And when I say visibly, it's not like you're doing a color change, like a flip over move or something. You actually hold the card by fingertips and you give it a little shake, and you actually see the card literally fix itself right before your eyes. And then you're able to hand the card back out, and everything's fixed, and you're good to go onto your next routine. So that's something, very first marketed effect. That one is called misprint. And pretty proud of that one, actually. That was a fun thing that I remember coming up with. And I was like, man, this is really fun. And then I started showing people. One of my favorite stories with misprint actually was I was at a convention. I think it was the SCAM convention. Yeah, scam. The South Carolina Association of Magicians. John Carney was there. And John Carney was in the dealer room, and I was hanging out with some friends in the corner. And John Carney bought a deck of cards, and he actually had a misprinted deck. Some of the cards were very poorly printed. And so I was just a kid. He didn't know who the heck I was. So I went up and I'm like, you know what? I just bought one of those too. And I was like, look at my card. And he goes, yeah, I know. And I did misprint for him on the spot. And it was a fun little situational thing that worked out. But I thought it was pretty funny that here I have this trick and someone actually says, oh man, look at this misprinted card. And I swoop in, and so yeah, that was a fun little story with misprint. But anyway, I digress. All right. Let's see. Here's an interesting question. This one is there any fire wallets that are long for coats, not hip wallets? That are long for coats. What do you mean by that, Oliver? I want to make sure that I get your question answered there the right way, because I'm not sure exactly what you mean. So yeah. So there you go. Yeah, Mark Atkinson. Yes. Cool story. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, it's a little fun one. Yeah. What's up, Dave Loosely? Good to see you, man. So let us see what else I've got for you here. We have another couple clips. This one comes from Eric Chen. This one is from his Instagram. This is good stuff. Eric Chen, if you haven't seen his work, he has a DVD called Coin. Coin is all about coin magic, obviously, but his retention vanish is one of the best I've ever seen. This clip looks like pure eye candy. I love this kind of stuff. Eric Chen is one of the greats out there, and I enjoyed this little sequence. I'll put it up for you guys, and I want you to check it out. So have a look at some eye candy from my friend and yours, Mr. Eric Chen. Yeah, you saw that retention at the end, right? You saw that. That's the good stuff right there. That is the really, really good stuff. Yeah. Love it, love it, love it. All right. So again, if you guys, I've saw some questions popping up about how to send us your clips when it came to that kind of stuff. You can drop an email address right there. That is social@murphysmagic.com. That is a great spot to do just that. You can hit us up with your clips and we can feature them on the show and give you a shout out. That's what we like to do. The other way to do it is to actually hit us up over on our Facebook page. That is Murphy's Magic Supplies. Drop us a private message there and you can also attach your video clips there. I think there's a size limit there, but a lot of people do use that. It's a very easy, convenient way to do it. So hit us up over on our Facebook page too. All right. Very cool stuff. And if you are just joining us, don't forget we are giving away some of these guys. These are the Fox Targets. These are brand new. Lance Miller is the illustrator on these bad boys. We love them. We know you will too. That is the back of the tuck. This is the back of the cards. I really dig the color on these guys. Here comes the Joker right there. You got the fox in the middle there. Of course, we've got the Ace of Spades, one of the favorites from you guys. And here is one of the court cards. This is the King of Spades. I'll show you, again, the front of the tuck right about here. There you go. All you need to do if you want to win these is post a comment on why you need to win these cards. Over on Facebook, do that now in between next week. So whether you're watching live or is it on demand, you guys can post those comments. And of course, over on our YouTube channel, do the same thing, but please do that when this show is over because your comments you're posting right now, they're not saved. So make sure if you want to be entered to do that when we post up the replay of this week's show. Okay, cool. Let's see what else we got. Speaking of these cards, you know what? Let's kick back for a few minutes. I'm going to run this clip. This came in from Magic Live last August. And don't forget, Magic Live is coming up again. So if you guys are going to be coming out to Las Vegas, that's where I live. That's where I am. So I, of course, will be there. If you guys are going to be out at Magic Live, let me know. Maybe we could sit down, have a chat, have a little drink ski, and talk some magic. All right. I'm also going to be doing some live stuff from there. So get ready for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a really, really good time. But I am going to show you this interview that I shot with Lance Miller last year at Magic Live. We were talking about the Fox Targets, all about some of the history and some of the specifics on it. So kick back and relax. I think it's about 5 minutes long. It's just a clip talking about the cards, giving you better insight about them and all that good stuff. So have a look at this. We'll be back. Again, if you have more questions along the way, feel free to post them in the comment section right about now. I can grab those questions again, whether it's about new magic products, whether it's about magic stuff in general. If you're looking for some magic advice or just some help, we're here to help. That's what we're here to do. All right. So don't be shy. We are out there with you both on YouTube and Facebook. Hit us up and let us know. All right. So kick back. Enjoy this interview with Lance Miller. All right. Be back in just a minute. What's shaking, guys? My name is Luke Dancy, and I am here with Mr. Lance Miller. We are talking about Fox Targets. Lance, first of all, thanks for sitting down with me and talking about the goodness.
Yeah, man, I'm excited.
I hope so. This has been a long time coming. This is something that you put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into. I don't know so much about the blood, but the sweat and the tears, maybe?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Right. About 2 years in the works, and
okay.
we were going through a lot of different options and spent a lot of time hand drawing things and then digitizing and coming up with just the best possible representation of this project.
Sweet. Well, let's back it up a little bit and go back to the inspiration, where this comes from. You have a very interesting background, and it's now morphed into what people are going to see as the Fox Targets. And so we were talking to Jason Brumbelow a little bit earlier, and he was smiling when he said there's a really cool backstory. So
yeah.
I don't know this yet, but I want to know now. So hook me up with this backstory.
Sure.
On the Fox Targets.
So Jason hits me up. He's like, hey, man, I was going through some old clippings, and I found this Sears Roebuck catalog thing that had targets in it.
Okay.
And they have some really intricate kind of designs and things that I think we could play off of. What do you think? And so we collaborated on it for a few months, just shot ideas back and forth. And
Literally.
we found the common design theme was actually the intricate circular pattern, which created the interior of the targets. And then we used that to blend out into the hair on the kings and the jacks, and then everything sort of fell into place from there.
Cool. So a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of background, but you did mention 2 years, and that's one thing we want you guys to know. There's a lot of playing cards, and there's a lot of designs and stuff out there now, but you put a lot of effort into this, Why 2 years? What do you think was the hardest part to grab this and go, you know what, now this is what I want it to be?
Well, there's a combination. So we were actually working on other projects in between.
Okay.
We hit the At the Table project. We collaborated on the Truth and Lies project, which is something to come. You guys will be really excited to know when that happens. And then when we hit the Fox Targets, it was just, we finally hit the full mesh of our concepts and really brought it home.
What is the vibe, I guess? What's the overall feel that you wanted people to get from the Fox Targets?
Sort of like a almost Santa Fe meets Urban Woodsman,
Cool.
single line weight, very clean design, using solid design principles, good structure so that it's very visually appealing. Every single card has a lot of hidden elements in it, a lot of symbolism that some of that we just want to let people discover.
Is there anything that you want to tip? Now, these guys are watching this, they're clearly interested in what you've got to present here with this deck. Give them one little nugget. Come on, give them something, man. Come on.
So each of the kings have a spirit animal that adorns their chest. All of the queens are leaders of industry, and all of the jacks are protectors of their households.
Okay. What do you think is your favorite element of the deck? It's a very personal question. It's a very personal design, of course. This has taken a long time. What do you think is the one thing that you look at and go, man, I can't believe I finally have that?
I think Jason and I would both agree that the faces on all of the court cards would be the most exciting thing, because it took us the longest to really nail that down and make sure we were both happy.
Okay, cool. And what was the first thing that you did when you finally held the deck? Did you actually did you open one of the first decks? I gotta know. Like, as a designer, it's like this thing that, like, do you unwrap it? Or do you just have it sitting on a shelf and it's like that's?
Oh no, you definitely have to open it and check out all the cards and really just bask in that amazing culmination of all of that work and inspiration.
Cool.
And creativity.
All right. Well, we've been very excited to bring this deck to you. A lot of time, a lot of effort, just like everything that we bring out to you guys. There's this time that you don't know about that goes on behind the scenes, but the final result we always feel is worth the wait. And we do that with everything. So some of the things now that we're working on, you won't see for a while. And maybe even some of the things that Lance mentioned, you might not see for a little while, but when you do see them, you're going to see them.
Absolutely.
You're going to see them. So any last thoughts on the deck, man? This is your baby. I want to make sure that I don't miss anything here. I want to make sure they get the goods. Like, what do you think?
I kind of want to see what everybody thinks the hidden elements are and what it means to them. Allow everybody to draw their own interpretation. And I can't wait to see what kind of routines people come up with using the visuals that we've given them. There's a couple of gaffes in there that we're pretty sure are going to hit home with some of the workers. And yeah, just really excited to see what everybody comes up with.
All right. Well, you guys heard it here first from the man himself. All the goodness about the Fox Targets. We can't wait for you to get them in your hands to see what you do with them. That's right. Cool. Bam.
And we're out.
Cool. So,
dude, the best. How many decks have you done? The best thing about opening up a deck is
the smell, of course.
the smell. What
you don't grab that thing and just stick your face in it. Yeah.
The funny thing is, no one admits it, but we all do it.
Right.
I mean, I think that's the new carbon paper of the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
When you got that, you had to whiff it, but you open up a deck.
It's a designer thing. You get that box and you're like, oh my God.
I'm waiting for this urethane for a month.
We have a problem. There you go, my friends. Welcome back. Yes, as you can see, that was shot last year during Magic Live. That's why my haircut looks a little different now. Thanks again to Lance for sitting down with me, not only at Magic Live, but also he joined me, I think it was last week. We did a live chat with him all about the Fox Targets. There was more and more good stuff that you got to learn about them. So if you want to hear even more about the Fox Targets, check out that replay of our live chat with Lance Miller, both on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Get all those details from the man himself, all right? So, and again, if you guys are going to be at Magic Live, we would love to meet up with you, to see what you're working on. I am going to be doing some live stuff from there. I'm very excited to be doing that for you. So hang tight. We have all that and more coming up for you in the not too distant future. All right, cool. So back to some of your questions and thoughts. We are doing the Fox Targets giveaway. So we have another comment here on why someone says they should win the cards. They say, I want the cards because they look nice, and I think they are safe in my collection. They're safe in your collection. All right, that's fair. All right. Oliver had a nice thing here to say, I believe Caps had a long coat fire wallet. It's a wallet that is carried in the inside of your coat or vest. I have a hip fire that is great. All right, cool. Thanks for that thought there, Mr. Oliver. What's up, Nicholas Spires? Good to see you. Nice to see you tuning in with us as well. All right, cool. Again, this week's show is just me. I've been showing off some of your clips today, guys. If you're just joining us, I've been showing off some of the clips of the magic you've been doing over there. You send us those clips. I've also been answering some of the magic questions that are going on out there and giving you guys a chance to win some stuff as well, or giving you a chance to win the Fox Targets. So again, if you're just joining us on Facebook, tell us why you should win them. I'll pick a winner on next week's show. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, do the same thing, but post it after this is up as a replay. All right, cool. Back over here on YouTube. Let's see what you guys have going on. All right. I saw a funny comment there about Curtis says, remember your trick on title? That was a fun one. Yeah. Not on, the word not ends up on your finger. It's a pretty fun one. Join us at Scam, just $10 a ticket. There you go, Corey. That was legitimately the name of the convention I went to. It was called Scam. Again, that's the South Carolina Association of Magicians. A pretty fitting name for a magic convention, right? Also, Jay Sankey, opinions on him, and is there any good ones on the market? Thanks so much, Luke. Are you looking for like tricks from Jay Sankey? Because one of my favorites from Jay is actually called In a Flash. It's a great trick where you have a card selected, you take a coin, put it in some paper on top of the deck, you light it, the coin melts down through the deck and appears on top of the selected card. It's great. Very good visual stuff and very easy to do too. It's one of my favorites. Also, when the trick he did called Airtight, I think it's the version that Copperfield did on TV. No, he did. Did he do? Yeah, he did Airtight on. So Copperfield did Airtight, which was Jay Sankey's trick. I know there's another version of the card and balloon from Kevin James, but the one that Copperfield did was Airtight. So yeah, you have a deck of cards, it ends up inside the balloon, and then you're able to pull the selected card out of the balloon. That is from Jay Sankey too. Those are a couple of my favorites from Jay for sure. He's a great creator and funny guy. Yeah. Let's see. We talked about that earlier. Let's see. Is there such a thing as tailors who specialize in crafting clothing for magic or suits for magic? Corey, I don't believe so, but I know that if you do have specific things you want to get, sewn into your jacket or certain things. Like I know when I was growing up, Michael Amar even said on his Topic project, the Topic is the secret pocket that you can have in your jacket. He said if you just take it to a tailor and tell them what you want to do, they'll do it for you. So I don't think that there's people specifically that do that. But you can kind of go to an altar or someone that does that type of stuff, and they can alter or add things to your jacket to help you make those things become a reality. Yeah. Alex Torre says just watched the trailer for Misprint. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of fooled. Thanks, Alex. It's again that was my first Magic release almost 20 years ago, so a long time ago. Hey, what's up, our friends over in Kansas? I think it's Moravian Magic Shop. Nice to see you guys out there. Thanks for tuning in again. Nice to see you guys. JL, what should I take if I'm going to take Magic to the streets? Just a shuffle deck or loads of gimmicks. Jack, honestly, if you're going to do street stuff, I think a visual, of course, very visual. If you can do levitation, maybe something levitates or moves, very powerful. Magic with money, that type of stuff gets very strong reactions. If you're going to do that kind of stuff, I definitely think that do things that will elicit some pretty strong reactions, because if you're looking to build a crowd, you want something that people are freaking out from that other people will want to see what you're doing too, and then you're off and running, Phil, good to see you. Hey, Luke, sorry I couldn't make it the last couple weeks. Work calls, what's going on this week? Not much, Phil. Just enjoying life and excited to do another one of these regular Hangout shows for you guys. It's been a little while because we've had so many good interviews to bring you. But it is good to be back and hanging out with you guys. And it's great to see you as well. Chris Cram, thanks for tuning in. Awesome deck. Just got back from my live show. It went great. Humid, but good show. Man, that humidity will kill your cards, won't it? It's good to see you. Good to see you, Chris. Any good Magic review shows on YouTube you can recommend? I mean, the guy, what's his name? David, Magic Orthodoxy. Yeah, he does a good show. And the Wizard product review guys, they do a pretty good show too. So Rob Greenlee in a Flash was the first trick I ever performed on stage for a bunch of people. Yeah, I mean, it's great, right? You can play small, you can play big. I created a version actually for Chris Angel where we did the same type of effect with a phone book. That was pretty cool. So, yeah. Greek man, hey man, love you. Love you too, man. I have a question. I want to create video for an effect to send to a company. Any tips? Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. If you wanna submit magic to us specifically, put it on YouTube as an unlisted video. Do that. It's safe there. You have a link you can share with people that you trust. Definitely use that platform if you are looking to do that. Also, because we do get asked this a lot, how to submit magic to us specifically. If you'd like to do that, head over to the website right here. That is murphysmagic.com. And you go all the way down to the bottom of the page, all the way. Scroll past it all. I know it's hard sometimes. You got all this cool magic out here. Go all the way down to the bottom, and you will see a thing right below the 5 free tricks, which I'll tell you about in just a minute, that says Submit Magic. You can see I've highlighted it there. I'm going to click on that. Takes you to the page, little Q&A section. We want to know some details about you. And at the bottom, more deets and a URL to show us the trick and hopefully the method that you have for it. And you can add some details here about some of the things that we might need to know. That is, again, a good place to put your unlisted YouTube video link to show us what's going on. And it's very important that I want to make sure that you know, which is why I'm going to pop back on the screen, that whatever you share with us, it is confidential, it is safe. We as a company wouldn't exist if we just had ideas that came to us that we grabbed and ran with without actually working with the people that brought them to us. So I want to make sure that's very, very known when it comes to you submitting your magic products to us and sharing those links. Because I know as a creator, it can be scary sometimes showing people your tricks. I get it, but we're going to definitely take good care of you. All right. So a couple thoughts there when it comes to that. All right. Christopher Smith says there's a lady in Vegas who is a tailor for magicians. If you have a name, I'd love to share it. I wasn't familiar with that. Thank you, Christopher, for telling me that. Thanks so much. Let's see what Chris is saying out there. Chris Cram. We have 2 Chris's out here. Yes, it kills cards quick. We're talking about the humidity. Made it a point to never use my mental photography tech. Yeah, good idea. Yeah. Andrew Greenspan, nice to see you, sir. How are we doing? Anton, I see you have a Tarantula 2 poster in the background. Is it out yet? Have you tried it? It's not out just yet. It is not, but it is on pre-order right now, and it will be coming out in the not too distant future. So stay tuned for that. We've got some interviews as well. We'll have Yegal Masika join me for an interview to talk all about that. Rasmus, how we doing? Nice to see you out there, sir. All right. Always nice to see new faces popping up here and there. All right. Back over here on Facebook. You guys keep those questions coming for me. That's why I'm here. All right. What is the best source to learn cups and balls? Man, that's a big question. I think Michael Lamar, and we'll go together. Let's go over to the website again. I think Michael Lamar has a book just on the cups and balls. So let's check it out. That's a good question. That is while I'm not a fan specifically of the routine, it is a great lesson in, how to do magic, sleight of hand, Let's see. There's a master course in cups and balls, of course, by our friend Daryl. Rest in peace, sir. So there is something from Daryl out there. The master course, Cups and Balls, Volume 1. So there's a few different volumes of this. That's a good resource. Of course, Daryl, one of the best teachers that we had in the magic community. There's also a good resource here. This is the Cups and Balls. Again, this is 3 volumes. This is from the World's Greatest Magic series. So you get to learn a lot of different routines from a lot of different magicians. You got Cups and Balls routines here from Tommy Wonder, from Frank Garcia, Dan Fleshman, Aldo Colombini, Di Vernon, Alex Elmsley, and Ross Bertram. Man, that's a powerhouse list right there. So again, there's 3 different volumes. That is from the World's Greatest Magic series. We got Cups and Balls volumes 1, 2, and 3. Is that D'Souza? Looks like Mark D'Souza there. Mark D'Souza, Larry Jennings on this one, John Mendoza, Johnny Thompson, Steve Dackery. All right. And volume 3, we'll just go through all of them real quick. We have a listing of Daryl, of course, on this one, Bill Malone, Al Schneider, Gary Oulet, and David Regal. David Regal has a good version. I do like that one. So there's a lot of different ones out there. I know that there is a book by Michael Lamar that is all about the cups and balls too, but I don't know if we stock that one. So there you go. A few different resources for you on the cups and balls. And hope that helps you out. All right, cool. Let's see. Yeah, rest in peace, Daryl. Yes, yes. Someone else, Curtis, also has a nice comment about Daryl. He says that his encyclopedia of card sleights is gold, and it really is. It's packed full of anything and everything you need to know with a deck of cards. Yeah, for sure. Good point there, Curtis Lee. We have some smart people watching this show. It's another reason I like to do it. There's always smart peeps out there that are watching and sharing their wisdom as well. So thank you. Paul's DVD Bravura is well worth purchasing. It also includes electric chairs and lemon, egg, and walnut. All right. Very cool. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate the help with that one. All right. Paul Daniels, Cups and Balls, outstanding. Yes, Alex, 100%. Thank you so much. David Rock, Luke's favorite trick. Yeah, I know. I'm just not a fan of the Cups and Balls, guys. I mean, the reality, I think why? Why don't you like it, Luke? It is a classic. Okay, I get it. Okay. Cups and Balls, though, is anticlimactic, in my humble opinion. Any layman that pretty much watches that knows what's going to happen before you ever start. The balls are going to disappear and appear under different cups, and then at the end you're going to produce big things from underneath the cups. That's pretty much the way that every Cups and Balls routine go, no matter how you try to dice it. It's the same type of routine. I just, again, for sleights, learning how to, palm things and advantage things, it's a great teaching lesson, but I'm just not a fan of the actual routine myself. I kind of use the same analogy that with Cups and Balls, we're not doing the same magic that we did 20 years ago. Excuse me, we're not wearing the same clothes that we wore 20 years ago. So why are we doing the same magic that we were doing 20 years ago? Things need to be updated. Things need to be, moved forward, in my opinion. And we get stuck sometimes, as magicians, just doing the same type of stuff. So, yeah, just my own. Oops, I need to pull that shot down because my Facebook feed needed to be refreshed. Sorry about that. So, yeah, just a couple thoughts on the Cups and Balls. It's a classic for a reason. I get it. But at the same time, I think it's something that we need to kind of look at and make sure that we're not just doing the same old thing over and over again. So, yeah. All right, there we go. Facebook is back up and running. Sorry about that. Watch Paul Daniels Cups and Balls. It is outstanding. I'm not going to lie to you. It is. There's a lot of very entertaining Cups and Balls routines. Also, David Regal's where you use the silver cups, and then at the end you produce the old small plastic cups that we used to all get in a magic kit. That's pretty cool. Yeah. There we go. When do you release another of your gems, Luke? Jerome's asking me about my release. The truth is, I have material. I have material to release. I'm just kind of in not much of a rush to release it. It's just the things are there, and when it's time, it's time. So I haven't, gone away. I'm not just, I was happy to share a lot of information though on this. This is my At the Table Extra shot back in March. I shared a lot of routines on there. So if you are looking for some new stuff from me, you can find that. I know that Skycap 2.0 will be re-released again here in the future. And I do have some other things as well that I've been working on and thinking about. It's just, I guess, finding the time and when is the right time to put them out. So there is more from me. I just don't have a timeline at the moment, but I'm always up to something. I can promise you that. So, I like to release something and then step back and then put my effort into other things and then come back with another release. So I try to do that like every, 2 or 3 years, pop something out on the market, have something pop up. So, the last one was Skycap 2.0. The much improved version from the original. Before that, I had a handful of other releases and things that popped out. So definitely not done. So yeah. All right. Let's see here. Got some more comments over on Facebook. Dwight says he should win the Fox Targets. I should win because I'm new to Magic. I spent 1K, excuse me, that's still a lot, on tricks. And if I spend another $1, I will likely be divorced. Well, Dwight, I don't want you to be divorced. You did just make me laugh. Thank you for the comment. I'm actually going to, one fun thing now about Facebook, you can actually do the little emojis here. So I'll give you a little laugh there. There we go. Alex Torre, I need the Fox Stars to prove that the Murphys team can actually ship a prize to the right address in just one try. That's pretty funny. We shipped something to Alex Torre. He is not in the States. He's international, and it popped back to us. It did get to him. He won Bear from the other brothers. He's just giving us a hard time, but yeah. Thanks, Alex. We love you too. All right. That's funny. All right. Let's see. Do you come on Magic Live? I will be at Magic Live. I will be there. I live here in town. I live in Las Vegas, where the convention is happening. So I will be there. I'll be hanging out and chatting with people, and I'll be doing some live stuff from Magic Live. So there you go. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. I'm excited about it. If you are coming, make sure to let me know. Also, if you guys have any new Magic that you're sitting on yourself that you want to release, I'll be there. So hit me up. Let me know. I'd love to see what you're up to. We're always looking to produce new stuff. So if you think you have the next big thing, make sure you show us. We would love to work with you. All right. You never know. You could be joining me here on one of these shows talking about your brand new release. That'd be fun, right? Pretty cool. All right. Back over here on YouTube. You guys are keeping me busy today, so let's keep this going. Let's see what you guys have to say over on YouTube. All right, here we go. I think her name is Lynette Welsh. She tailors everything. Okay, Christopher, thank you so much. Yeah, Lynette Welsh. Yeah, I knew that she did stuff for shows, I thought, but I didn't know she did stuff for hire. So thank you for passing along her name. So that, again, is it Lynette or Lynetta? Lynette Welsh is the name that I have here. Does tailoring for magicians. So thank you for that. Luke, our replacement marksman decks incoming. I haven't heard anything about it, to be honest with you. So at this time, I'm not too sure about a timeline on replacement decks, but I do believe that they will be offered here. Chris Cram, Luke, I have Daryl's master course on sponge balls in my restaurant worker's handbook that you recommended is coming tomorrow, so I may be hitting you up for some more advice. Sounds good, Chris. Let me know, man. I'm here to help. You know that. No worries. I'm glad that things are working out right now. Chris Cram is a friend. He lives over in North Carolina. He's out there gigging. He's doing stuff. He kind of got over the hump of wanting to perform. He's been watching this show pretty much since day one, and now he's actually out there performing, making some money, and having some fun, doing magic for some real people. So it's great that we could be a part of that process with him. So keep it up, Chris. Greek Man, thanks, mate. Found that really helpful. Last question. Every guy I ask tells me to learn a stack. I've never used a stack before. I did a bit of research, and I don't know which one I should memorize. Help. All right, Greek Man. There's a few different ones that are out there. I think if you're new to memorized deck work, I would check out Woody Aragon's memorandum. Again, I will pull up the website so we can look at that together. It is a great way to learn how to memorize a deck of cards. Woody's made it very, very easy. I think you'll be learning the stack in like 30, 45 minutes. He takes a lot of pride in telling people that. Also some really good routines included, and it can apply the techniques to learning the stack to any other stack that you might end up wanting to learn one day. Here's a look at the book. That is by Woody Aragon. He likes to use kind of like this visualization when it comes to memorizing the number, the card and the number, the position in the deck. Beautifully laid out, beautifully done. So if you are a beginner, I think Woody's book would treat you well. There's some really nice, stuff included in here, not just things with the stack, but there's also 50 tricks. And also ideas on how to apply to your own memorized deck stuff that you do. Over at Magic Orthodoxy, David says, this book will get you seriously thinking, really smart, pumping your brain about memorized deck work. So good thoughts there. Another good book, though, on memorized deck stuff, I want to make sure it gets a shout out too, is Patrick Redford's new book. This one is a treatise on the Redford stack, which is something he's been working on for a while. It's called Temporarily Out of Order. We talked to Patrick last week all about it. There's a look at it. This is another great book on stack work. He's taken some of the concepts and principles from other stacks and applied them here. One big thing that he's added to this plot, the stack memorized deck plot, is that he found a way to get into this from a borrowed shuffled deck in about a minute. I know a lot of people, when they publish their ideas, they do it where you are able to get into the stack from a new deck order. He's found a way to do it that allows you to do it from a shuffled deck of cards. This one's also beautifully laid out. Not only does it include routines, it also includes false cuts and false shuffles that are original to Patrick. He's included those to help keep the deck in order. Here's a couple of the highlights. Learn it stack from any shuffled deck, like I mentioned. You can also stack it from a new deck order. I want to make sure that's mentioned. You won't need to memorize the deck stack to get into it. You can transfer them quickly from the river stack. Move from the river stack to site Stebbins, which is a nice thing. You can deal any poker hand called for. You can deal 2 runs of blackjack and win every time. There's also, again, fall shuffles, cuts, and deck switches. Oh, yes, deck switches too. And you get to learn over 30 great routines. So I think this one is great for if you're experienced with stack work, memorized deck work. I think this one is a good thing. If you're new to stack work, I think it's the Woody Aragon book. Those are my humble offerings when it comes to that. So yeah, but it's great to have options. It's great to have different resources out there that are available to you when it comes to finding this stuff. So, and again, I did have a chance to chat with both of these guys, not at the same time, but I did do a live interview with Patrick Redford last week. It is right now over on our YouTube channel and Facebook page. You can watch that, learn much, much more about that. I think Patrick even demoed a couple of the tricks from the book. And Woody Aragon also did a chat with me all about Memorandum, the other book I'm telling you about. And again, that can be found on our YouTube channel and Facebook page. So you can check out both of those, kick back, relax for an evening, and learn about memorized deck work from 2 of the greats that are out there. Okay, so I hope that helps you guys out. All right. Okay. Back on YouTube. You guys are definitely keeping me busy today. We've been going on for an hour and a half now. Let's keep it going. If you guys have any more questions for me, post them in the comments section now. And again, I do want to remind you once more, if you are just joining us, we are giving away some Fox targets over the next week. That is the back of the tuck. These are the back of the cards themselves. Nice color there. Here's the Joker with the beautiful fox in the middle there. Here's the Ace of Spades. Here is one of the court cards. There's a king. And in my hands in just a moment will be the front of the tuck. These are, again, the Fox targets. These were illustrated by Mr. Lance Miller. We're digging on these cards. We know you will too. Again, if you're just joining me, post a comment why you should win these over on Facebook and YouTube. Again, YouTube friends, your comments are not saved. Post them after this show is over, and then they will be saved so I can check them all out. Okay, cool. Good stuff. I'm going to show you guys another clip now. This one comes from Jack Murdoch. This is a clip from him that uses Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch has been a runaway hit. It has been out of stock multiple times for a good reason. There's a lot of bang for your buck with this set. And this is just another routine that you can do with it. I know some people have done the routines on their Instagrams where you can do the coin or the chip through a glass table. It looks fantastic. This is a different type of routine, but just as visual and just as good. And this one does come from Mr. Jack Murdoch. So let's sit back for just a minute and enjoy some goodness from Jack Murdoch. Be right back.
Looks like nothing. If I just wave my hands over something, and nothing becomes something, right? We do this 1, 2. We take 2, wave my hand over it, you get actually 3. But let's do 1 at a time, okay? You can hear it. Ready? Vanishes. That leaves me with 2 more. Only 1 more remaining. We're gonna try this. Now 1 more. I just wave it just like before. One at a time. That works.
All right. There is a nice little look at Sucker Punch. That is a really nice set that you get. A lot of people ask me about, what do you get and why should they get it? And honestly, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think it's one of the best buys that's out there. Why? Because if you were to buy just one gimmick that is in that set as a coin, like forget the poker chips, but if you bought one of those gimmicks as a coin, you'd spend about $40 just to buy one of the gimmicks you find in that set. The set itself is only $40. So you get all these different gimmicks that allow you to do a lot of different visual and crazy things. And the whole set's only $40. So I love it. I think it's great. And again, there's a reason why dealers for a long time had trouble keeping it in stock because people just couldn't get enough of it. And again, if you are one of those guys that likes Instagram magic, you like shooting those quick little visual videos, that's going to be perfect for you. But if you are also a performer that's out there doing magic and you want to add some new things to your repertoire, some good visual, quick stuff, it'll work for you guys too. So it's a win-win when it comes to Sucker Punch for sure. All right. So we've had a few different guys pop up on this week's show. I want to say thanks to all the clips that have come my way. Again, if you would like to have your stuff seen on this show, pop me an email. That is social@murphysmagic.com. You can attach your video clips and we can feature them here on the show. It's pretty cool stuff. If you're not interested in using that email address, instead maybe you want to go social media, you can drop us a message over on our Facebook page. That's Murphy's Magic Supplies. You can upload a video as a message. So drop us a private message and you can attach the clip right there to go up to us and we can add it here on the show too. So that is how that works. Very easy stuff. All right. Cool. All right. Let's go back over here to YouTube and we'll start to wrap up this week's show. All right. Leo says hello. I want to make sure I say hello to my buddy Leo. How we doing out there, Leo? Nice to see you. Richard Osterland's stack is amazing. No way of backtracking. Okay. Thank you, Sky. Thanks for saying that as well. I love lots of tricks, but they usually take too much pocket space. All right, that's fair. What's a great trick or book of tricks you have to take that takes a small amount of pocket space? Coaster Magic. Coaster Magic, what type of stuff are you looking for? Are you looking for minimalism stuff? Are you looking for close-up magic? Are you looking for, specifically, what kind of tricks are you looking for? I can try to give you the details of what you're talking about there. Rob says he had a bad experience with his set. Well, Rob, make sure that if you had some problems, especially with the stickers, that you hit up your dealer that you bought Sucker Punch from. We haven't heard any issues outside of this, really, from people with the stickers and things, so you might have just had a bummed set. So definitely reach out to the dealer that you bought it from, and they should be able to hook you up with a set that actually works. We don't like to hear that at all. All right? Cool. Let's see here. Where do you get your loops? Rex is asking. You can get loops from your favorite magic dealer. Depends on where you are out there in the world. But you can pick up loops. The nice thing is now about loops. I want to make sure you guys know about this. Basically, that when I was growing up, you got 5 loops in a pack. Not a bad thing. $10. Okay, you get 5 in a pack. No big deal. But now the good thing is there's the loops new generation, which you get 8 loops for the same price. So it's still $10, but you get 8 of them now. That's a very cool thing that I think is something a lot of people don't even know about yet. So if you are looking at buying some loops, again, from your favorite dealer out there, and you get 8 now for the same price you used to get for only 5. So there you go. All right. Rob says maybe I should hit up Murphy's I am. Yes, you should hit us up, Rob. 100%. You know better. If you have problems, man, let us know. We're here to help work stuff out. You know that. Close-up walk-around stuff, preferably with cards. Coaster Magic, if you're wanting to do magic with cards, I think it's great to just try to learn as much impromptu type of stuff because, then all you have to carry is a deck of cards. One of my resources that I always give love to is Card College. Card College is packed full of powerful magic. You can do with a borrowed deck, shuffle deck, a lot of it. There's multiple volumes and a wealth of information in there. So I think if you're looking for card stuff, try to learn as much as you can when it comes to what you can do with a deck of cards, because then you only have to carry around one thing. So there you go. Chris Cram says, it might have just been your set, Rob. I got it, and mine is perfect. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Rob. Chris, thanks for telling us that and letting Rob know that. One of my favorite Murphy's products is Gregory Wilson's Bandwidth. That's another fun one. That is a fun one. If you guys haven't seen that one, it is pretty awesome, I have to say. Let's pull up the page and show you guys if you haven't seen Bandwidth. It's a fun one for sure. Gregory Wilson, one of the greats out there, not only is a creator, but also is a performer. He can kill a crowd, I'm telling you. Not only that, but he's also a great teacher of magic too. So let's hop back over to the old Murphy's Magic website. Again, if you guys are just joining me, we're here looking at the Murphy's website, checking out some products, but keep in mind, we don't sell direct retail. We don't sell to regular customers. Our customers are the magic shops worldwide. So if you are looking to buy magic that you see on our website, you need to contact one of those dealers that's out there that whether you've ever used one before, or maybe just go on to Google and search for one. But if you are in an area, I'm going to pop back up. If you are in an area where you're not sure where the dealers are near you, you can always hit us up on Facebook. I've had people do that recently where they ask me, I'm in Pakistan, or where was the other place? Philippines. Do I have any local dealers? And I'm actually able to go in the system and find out who those dealers are. So if you have questions about different dealers in your area, I can definitely try to give you those resources to help you to get your hands on the stuff that you want to pick up. Okay. So just something to throw out there for you. And again, back to bandwidth though. Someone mentioned this is one of their favorites. Let's check out the little trailer here. You can see it's a ring effect where you take a ring and you visibly stretch the ring right before someone's eyes. And then we'll take another little peek here at the rest here. But Greg is when he gets in front of people, he can kill it, I tell you. He's just plain amazing. So here's Greg. He's going to show you the effect. You got the ring on the finger. You're going to take the ring and then check it out. You're going to take it and stretch it out. Here we go. Looks great, doesn't it? It looks really, really cool. There he goes. You stretch it out. And then the really cool thing is it goes right back to a regular size ring. And you can hand the ring back out, and you are good to go. So that's the basic effect of bandwidth. Again, Gregory Wilson killed it with that one. And the reactions that he gets, if you want to check out the rest of the trailer, of course, it's out there online. People go nuts over this stuff, And it's another one of those tricks that's not a card trick, not a coin trick. It's something that's very different. And someone actually asked earlier about tricks with rings. There's a great one. So there you go. Cool. So I hope that helped you out. I own bandwidth. It's exquisite as hell. All right. Glad to hear it. Andrew Nagy over on YouTube. All right. Bandwidth is one of my everyday effects. If you wear a shirt without sleeves, it kills. Yeah, there you go. Right on, right on. I just went and watched the Sucker Punch trailer. That's great. Now I want to buy Sucker Punch. There you go, Garth. Sorry. It is a really good one, though. I'm not going to lie to you. Sucker Punch is great. Duncan, how we doing, Luke? Hey, Luke, haven't been able to make it. Hey, it's all right, Duncan. Glad to have you here now, though. Thanks for hanging out with us. All right. Raghav. Hi, please. Can you give a quick intro about yourself? Recently got in Magic and sub to Murphy's. Yeah, I'll be happy to do that for you, Raghav. So a quick little background about me. My name is Luke Dancy, as you see down there. Actually, that's on the other shot. My name is Luke Dancy. I live in Las Vegas. I've been around Magic now for 30 years. Both started out as a performer, got into being a creator. I have Magic effects out on the market, and then also transitioned into a Magic consultant role. I worked with Chris Angel for 7 years, which is what brought me here to Las Vegas, where I now live. So that's a little background on me and what I do. So thank you for checking out the show and for subbing to our channel, Raghav. Nice to have you with us, and I hope it's not the last time we see your face around here. All right. Jesse Wilder, what is the best way for packing card gimmicks when doing walk-around gigs without overloading your pockets and knowing how many each gimmick to take with? A lot of people, they'll take like little wallets. Traditionally, people would use like the packet trick wallets, the little vinyl wallets, and they would kind of keep them separated. You can also just keep like a little mini wallet on you, like they sell for credit cards. You can keep things stashed in there. It'll close nice and flat. You keep everything separated and good. So that's another option for you, is to just store them that way so that you keep them all together in one spot when it comes to your card gimmicks. So there you go. Andrew Nagy, you got to go. Take care, man. Have fun with a lot of your lectures you've got coming up. We are excited to hear back from you on what those lectures turn out for you. I know that you're going to be going to see Jay Sankey, you said, and then Marcus Eddy. So let us know how those lectures go, and say hello to both those guys for us. French Twins in the house here on YouTube. We see you out there, and we hope to bring you guys on one of these shows to talk about your brand new release that's coming up. We've got something from the French Twins. I don't know if I can't give away too much, but it's called Air 404. It's great stuff. And the French Twins appeared last night on America's Got Talent. So they are going to be creating quite a splash soon. So we're very excited, and it's nice to see the French Twins here with us on this week's show. All right. Sky, Luke, your effect capture is amazing. This one has definitely the one. Thank you. Appreciate it. Glad you dig on capture, man. It's one of my favorites as well. Just a question about submissions. Imagine I created bandwidth. I have the idea what it should look like, but have no prototype. Can I still submit the idea? Yeah, I mean, traditionally, Labo, when we look at stuff, we like to know that you have a method worked out. It's important to not just submit an idea, but an idea that you have a workable method for. Even if you just have a rough prototype, that's okay. But we do like to know that you have, a workable method, because that's not what we do traditionally. When someone brings us something, we don't take a look at it and find a way to make it work. We just find a way to produce it. and to put it on the market. So we do like to have ideas that are fleshed out for sure. All right. Good question there. Jesse, you're very welcome. And hello to you from, I think you meant to put Switzerland, right? All right. Let us see here. Let's go back over to Facebook as well and see what's going on over on Facebook. All right. See who some of my friends are out there right now. Ben Cook. Hello, Ben Cook. Nice to see you, man. Better late than never, sir. Nice to see you. All right. Dwight, should I get chain reaction or bandwidth? Which is best for a noob? Chain reaction, is that a Jay Sankey trick? What are we talking about there with chain reaction? I mean, I got to say bandwidth is pretty freaking awesome. You know. James Paul, just in case you were looking for a Sharpie magic, you can check Amazing Sharpie and Murphy's. Yes, Amazing Sharpie. There you go. That is a good one. Yes. Mark Waddington, nice to see you, sir. Just joined the party. Been traveling home from a job, so thought I'd say hello. Thank you, Mark, for popping on. Nice to see you, sir. And hope the gigging is going good for you, man. You're a busy guy out there, so keep it up. To send magic clips to. Sorry, what's the email address, Luke? To send magic clips. Yes, Sam, not a problem, buddy. If you would like to get in touch with us and have your video clips appear on the show, like we had some earlier, the email address is popping up right now. You guys can hit us up. That is social@murphysmagic.com. A good spot to get in touch with us. And we can put your clips here on the show. And the other way to do it is to use our Facebook page as a direct message. You can attach your video clips there too. So a couple different ways to do just that. All right. Back over here on Facebook. What's up? Jeff Kaler. Good to see you, Jeff. Hope you're having a good Wednesday out there. Good to see you, man. Ricky Hunsinger. What's up, Ricky? Hope you're doing all right, buddy. Long time no see. All right. Daryl Rose. Good to see you. Good to see you. Mark Atkinson, yes, Jay Sankey's chain reaction. I mean, honestly, I think bandwidth has a lot of bang for the buck, man. I think it's a good one. I really, really think it's a good one. I think chain reaction, if I'm not mistaken, is a bit of a smaller effect. I'm a big fan of bandwidth, though, for sure. So, yeah, that's my thought on that one. All right, cool. Back over on YouTube real quick. Luke looked at my latest video. Haven't seen it yet, Leo. I will see what I can find for you. All right. What is the schedule for the live show? So most times what we do is on Wednesdays, which is today, at noon Pacific, that is 3 p.m. Eastern Time, we do a live show. Traditionally, we do the show where we feature video clips from you guys. We do magic giveaways. I answer questions and all this fun stuff. So every Wednesday at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Haven't done it. Didn't do it last week because I had 3 interviews to do last week. I had Lance Miller on Monday. Charlie Fry popped into the studio with me here on Friday, and then I also on Friday did my interview with Patrick Redford. So last week, trying to squeeze in one of these two, it would have been really tough. But traditionally, we do this show each and every Wednesday at noon Pacific. That is 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And we stream this show both on our YouTube channel and also syndicated on our Facebook page. So we're in both spots at the same time. So if you'd like to tune in, best way to do that, Ken, is to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is where you're watching us right now. And you get notified every time we go live. So if we do pop up and you don't know about it, we also do schedule out the lives that we do. So you have a countdown timer, shows you the date and time. And then if you are watching over on Facebook, guys, if you're watching on mobile, click the follow button, get notifications when we do go live. And also if you're watching on desktop right now, you can also turn on your notifications on our page so you get notified when we go live there too. We have a lot of interviews and fun stuff coming up soon. So the best way to make sure you don't miss out is to sign up for those notifications. All right. Another cool thing to think about is to check us out over on Instagram. If maybe you're watching us on one of the platforms and don't even know that we're on Instagram, we are over there at Murphy's Magic, and we do deck giveaways over there, and we do other fun stuff too. So you don't want to miss out on the fun stuff that we're doing over on Instagram too, because we do a lot of fun stuff. All right, cool. YouTube, let's see what's going on over here. In my opinion, Rocco's lecture is the best Murphy's at the Table lecture. Rocco was my idol. Also, I admire Jeff McBride a lot. All my card stuff is from Jeff's teaching DVDs. Yes, Sky, Jeff McBride is freaking awesome. I'm not going to lie. Rocco is also another great guy that is out there. So, very cool. Zach Pitt, nice to see you, man. Hey, what's up? Hope you're having a good day out there, buddy. All right. Ken Moore, already subscribed, which is how I saw it popping up at Log On. That's cool, Ken. And thanks for the support, man. We appreciate it. And we hope to see you on more of our future shows. But we definitely do at least one show a week that is live. Sometimes, again, we do more. I know there was one week where I think I did 3 shows. So you just never know what we're going to do. But we do bring you one show a week scheduled for sure. So good question there, Ken. And thanks for checking us out. All right. Back over here on Facebook real quick. Mark Atkinson says bandwidth does look great. Yeah, I mean, it's good. And again, Gregory Wilson equals goodness. I mean, you can't go wrong, Greg. So, yeah. Good stuff. All right. If you have any last questions for us, guys, feel free to post those right now in the comments section. I'm going to start to get out of here in just a minute. I do want to remind you guys, once again, if you are just joining us, we are giving away some of the Fox targets. That's a look at the back of the tuck. This is the back of the actual cards themselves. Really, really nice look there. Here's the front of the Joker, one of the cards there. Another card people also want to see is the Ace of Spades. There's a nice look at the Ace of Spades. And here is, at last, a King, one of the court cards there. And these, again, were illustrated by Mr. Lance Miller. We played one of the little interviews here during this week's show, learn more about it. We also did a live interview with Lance on last week's show, where you can find that. More information about the Fox targets over on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. And this is a look at the front of the tuck. And a lot of people wanted to see that too. So that's what they look like right about there. All right. If you guys want to win them, what do you have to do? Post a comment right now. You can post it now or in between next week's show telling us why you should win that deck of cards. It's that easy. So Facebook friends, you now have a chance to post those comments between now and next week. And YouTube friends, you guys will post your comments after this show goes up as a replay. YouTube, make sure comments you're posting right now disappear. They're gone. So got to post on the replay to be entered in the contest. All right. Cool. Tim Silva says, great show today, Luke. Thanks a bunch. Hey, man, my pleasure. Always great to be here with you guys. Always good to see you as well, Tim Silva. Thanks for all the support, not only today, but throughout the rest of the shows we've been doing. We've been doing these for a while, and you're definitely one of our favorite guys to see pop up. All right. So I think that's about it for now. Thank you guys for all the support, for tuning in. Shouts to all of you for tuning in and all the great questions. You guys had a lot of great questions for me today. So thanks for all of those. We've been going now for about 2 hours. So I think we are wrapped up here. All right. But in the meantime, don't forget, if you do have questions for us, you can reach out to us over on the Murphy's Facebook page. That's Murphy's Magic Supplies. Drop us a private message, whether it's about products that are out or about magic stuff in general. We're there to help. All right. So make sure to do that. Over on Twitter as well, at Murphy's Magic. And also over on Instagram, which I'm going to bring up one more time, show you our account. Our Instagram account, we do a lot of fun stuff. I do live shows over there too. I do live little Q&As every now and then. So that's at Murphy's Magic. We do live Q&As over there, Instagram Live. I also do deck giveaways. We were giving away Fox targets over there too recently. So you just never know what we're going to do, but you need to make sure that you are keeping up with us over there too. So make sure to give us a follow. That way when we do go live, you will get notified there too. We tend to do live Instagram chats about 3 times a week. They're just quick little Q&As that we do. It's not like a fully produced show like this. They're just quick little pop-ups where we answer your questions and talk about magic. And again, we do some really fun giveaways on Instagram now. So you don't want to miss out on those. You might get hooked up with some free stuff. All right. So that is it from me. I will be back again soon. I'm so glad I had a chance to do this show for you guys again. It's fun to show off the clips of you guys doing your stuff. I always enjoy seeing the stuff that you're doing. I also really enjoy being able to do these shows that are more informal. We just kind of hang out and chat for a bit. They're a lot of fun. And I also got a chance to tell you today about some really cool magic that I genuinely really, really do like. I got to show you Leap, which is a good one. And I also got to show you the Mental Pen, which is another really good one. So really digging on some of the new stuff that's popping out, and I like to be sure to tell you all about it. I do see you out there, Toronto Raptors. So what's your comment there? What's your favorite Vanish with cards? And thank you for the comment there, Garth. I appreciate the love. My favorite Vanish with cards, what is it? I probably like doing the Erdnase chains where you have a card face up, a little wave, and it's gone. Or I like to do the Impulse change. The face up card goes in the middle of the deck, and you give it a little shake, and the card changes face up, face down. Because it's not a Vanish, but I use it like that way sometimes. So there you go. All right, that is it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking us out. Again, if you do have questions in the meantime, don't forget to hit us up on any of the social platforms we're on. We are there to try to help you guys out. All right. So thanks for all the support, all the feedback. That is how we grow. So if you do have feedback for us for future shows, you can also post those in the comments section after the show is over. We do check those comments out. So if you have some more, feedback for the show, things you'd like to see more of, things you'd like us to maybe change around or whatever, this show, we're trying to have it continue to get better and better. That only happens because of your involvement too. This is for you guys. I'm just the guy in the middle making it all happen. All right. So that's it from me. Hope you guys have a great rest of the week. I am out of here. But in the meantime, never forget why you got into this stuff. Never forget the feeling that it gave you when you first got fooled by a magic trick, or the feeling that you saw a magician and you went, man, that's really cool. I'd love to do that. You can do that. And if you just put in the time, you can go anywhere with this stuff. But it does take hard work and time to make everything happen for you. I've been very fortunate to be able to bring people on here for you guys like Shin Lim, like Stephen Brundage. These are the young guys that are out there that are making a living with this stuff, but they're also some of the hardest working guys that are out there. And this stuff that you're doing won't just happen by itself. And that's something I wish that everyone would realize is you don't necessarily have to be out there on social media just showing and telling people how great you are. I can promise you one thing. If you guys do the good work, if you guys put in the hard work and you do good magic, people will talk about you naturally. People will come to you. It's great that people are more and more active with sharing what they're doing. But sometimes just remember that the stuff that you're doing and that you're working on, it's not finished yet. It might not be ready to be posting. I know people are eager and they're excited, but hard work does pay off in the end, and there is no shortcut. And so just a couple of different things to think about. I have this love-hate relationship with social media. I see it as a distraction. I see it as a good way to connect with people like this and do things like this. But I do see it as a big distraction. And I think that people are putting more and more attention on that than the work that they should be doing to make their magic actually better and to become a better magician. So just kind of take a look at your priorities, make sure they're in the right spot, and the rest will hopefully take care of itself. All right. My name is Luke Dancy. I will catch you guys on the flip side. Thanks for tuning in. I will be here next week, Wednesday, noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern time. But in the meantime, have fun, practice, perform, practice a little more. All right, guys, I'm out of here. See ya.